Great. We can just put that into your retirement account and make it go to work for you, and it's gone.
Good morning. Good afternoon. Good evening wherever you are. The stream is about to start. Grab your favorite drink. Sit back and relax. You're chilling with HexAsians. With your host, Crypto Vince, Uncle Kevin Hex, and middle class working man.
HexAsians? Nice.
No niin, puhu lujempaa, kun kaikki ei kuule.
Emotional damage.
Yo.
Bang, bang, bang.
Namaste, Hexicans.
Bye,
Yeah,
bye.
are back.
Konbanwa.
So,
What's crack-a-lackin'?
Oh, all sorts of shit. Let me get my camera
So-
in a better place.
before we start, you know the drill. Like, it's been already 100 episodes. So, if you guys are joining new, we would like to know what you guys are drinking. Today, I am drinking Dr. Pepper, cherry flavored. Now, this is
For the cherry.
I will try it out later. I was going to joke about cherry and cherry popping, but it would have been very obvious. So I'm not going to talk about that.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Yeah. So
We don't wanna go for the easy
let's
jokes.
start. Yeah, it becomes too obvious, man.
No, a good joke is where you take a guy, you show him the farm, you show him the backyard, you take him for a walk, you show the creek and the fishes, and then you come back and then you see there's the funny thing. Like 5 minutes later, everybody's like, dude, you wasted 5 minutes of my life for that. Oh man, it feels so good. I got plenty of those for later. When we really start dropping, that's when we need to pick up.
Yep, agreed. Hey, what's going on, chats? Sorry about last week. So the Asians obviously disappeared because, the colonialists show up and we just had to pretend we're farmers. No speak English, just come. But anyway, that's...
No, I think you guys were defending Taiwan.
Yes, that's the other one.
Sorry. Yeah, I have to reveal the secret behind it. Like,
Oh my god.
so we were actually trying to find
What
out
is Hex?
if
What
the
is
white
Hex down under typing in the chat? Bitcoin halt. That is fucking wild if that's going on.
Nah, I doubt that.
No, I don't think so.
Binance is what
it,
halted.
All right.
Binance withdrawals have been halted, and if there is a sudden change in hash power, then there may transactions may be stuck. So that could be one. So
That's different, yeah.
but yeah, What I was saying was, yeah, last time we tried out an experiment to see if the whiteys can handle the stream on their own so that we can relax. But apparently they can. So good thing we had whales only to be in charge of it. But anyway, uh, now I know there will be people offended by this. If so, there is more to come. Please stay on the stream and like and subscribe so that I can offend you more. And yeah,
Oh yeah, there's plenty. Where's his fingers? What the fuck was wrong with his hand? Did you see? Like, dude has like stubby fingers like this, or he held his hand some silly way.
No idea. But anyway,
Weird hand. So
all
how's
right.
everybody doing?
I don't know what do you want to talk about? The
It's
bank
so
of
many.
unfortunate-
It's a million things to talk about. It's crazy, man.
Oh yeah, it is. It is. But like times like these remind me of 2017 when guys I knew wanted to get into Bitcoin mining when Bitcoin was pumping hard, and they were like, "Dude, I want to get into mining," which is a lot like hex staking without the electricity bills.
Beautiful thing.
And now that the price is going down, nobody who's in Bitcoin mining yet is closing down shop and selling their miners and going to work for in McDonald's. They're still keeping their miners running because it will be worth more sometime in the future if they can just take the pain for the electricity bills for a while. So the way I see hex staking is like, well, we have the miners that run free of cost, so it's really easy just to let time pass by and let the prices get up to where I feel they need to be.
Yep. Well said.
Yeah, guys.
Well said at all. So we don't have to play.
yeah, it's
the
a
game
sunk cost. What you call?
Yeah,
They cannot.
Hex on Air, Finland is really northern, really eastern Asia, sort of western.
Northwestern Asia.
Northwestern Asia, like
Western
way up
Asia.
north. Yeah,
Yep.
this is where it starts because we are like genetically Finnish people are not European, so this is where Asia begins, and we just start moving over.
There you go.
Yeah, like genetically, you can watch. There's two populations in Europe. There's Europeans and then Finnish.
There you go.
There you go. Man.
Oh well.
So
learn
Wales.
something new.
Zero bid for the like. It took me hours to catch sleep last night after your stream.
You're welcome.
Please go on and explain to people watching what it means when nobody bids for your mortgage in a product like that.
So, long story short, a mortgage-backed security is a financial instrument that's comprised of slices of a bunch of other different mortgages, typically thousands. Because the whole idea is to just hide crap and with the good stuff, just like making sausage, right?
Yeah.
So that's what they do. Now, in 2008, those markets basically ceased to exist, and there was different variations. Most of those variations disappeared because of the credit quality of the borrower under those mortgages. Okay, so what that means is that if they were trading at 80, they were really worth 30, for example, at that time. Go ahead.
No, I'm just my phone started messing up. I was like, maybe middle class didn't hit us live because the phone was like just panicked. Like, did we lose 7 minutes of content here?
No worries. No worries. But nah, so So basically, this is back in 2008 that I'm talking about, right? So back in 2008, you had all these mortgages that were tucked under this MBS label, which is an all-encompassing label. It's like a stock market index, basically. But you can buy a whole bunch of different ones because they're all comprised of different mortgages or they're crisscrossing mortgages. Because again, it's thousands of these things, right? And
Yeah.
you might have a whole mortgage or a piece of a mortgage. You really don't know unless you're really reading through the documentation. And then that's just one layer of it. There's even more layers below that because let's say you're talking about a whole MBS, right? But then that MBS is broken into tranches. And what that means is that you can now buy separate pieces of that one piece of debt because it's sold separately because of the credit risk associated with it. I mean, it's a whole thing that people just can't imagine because who the hell would do that? Wall Street. That's who.
Yeah. Yeah. So now nobody is buying your mortgage. That means that
So I didn't finish the
you're
story.
sitting.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So, long story short, who would buy that crap? Nobody. This is why in 2008, 2009, what happened is the Federal Reserve Bank of New York, i.e., the branch that controls the northeastern region for the Federal Reserve of the United States, made itself the quote unquote buyer of last resort for many securities across the board. Okay. And MBS is just one of the categories that it was buying back then. And the thing that most people don't know is that they never stopped buying. So this whole time, that market has been operating under the guise of that buyer of last resort. And guess what? It's been 14 years. So guess what? It's time to pay the piper, motherfuckers. Because nothing is free. Especially when you're playing a fake game. So now all the fiat that people thought they were going to get because inflation increases the value of assets, but they don't understand how inflation works. It's like a tidal wave. And guess what? You just experienced the asset increase already. Now the wave is flowing out. So now is when all the people that are in crappy assets get exposed. But there's even more to it. Because just like I've been warning you guys for a year, this has all been planned. Because now what you're seeing is all these headlines of all these entities saying, yeah, we're going to deal with crypto now. Isn't it convenient?
Yeah. Just as
Yeah.
everybody's about to go
And
bankrupt.
Mm-hmm.
uh,
It is a bloody wheel, is it not?
It is.
yeah, yeah, and the thing is, yeah, what Wales only just said, I think it's kind of well explained in the movie The Big Short. If you
Oh,
haven't,
yes.
yeah, just watch
Watch
the
that.
clip of Margot Robbie. She explains
Ooh.
it very
Oh,
well.
yeah. It's a great clip, too. Actually, I should probably
Yeah,
look for it so you guys can have it readily available. Give me a second. I'll be right
yeah.
back.
The, and the other thing I wanted to point out, like the word hex coin just popped, like mentioned securitization. That now I'm going to go on a bit of a tangent, which is like these kind of words: securitization, um, quantitative easing. These are fall under the category of double speak. Now, it's a kind of a double speak itself is a mixture of two words, like from the novel 1984. It has uh, double think and news speak. So this is double speak, where actually they are kind of what you call confusing people and putting like good or euphemistic words which make it sound something that it is completely not. Like, securitization, it's supposed to give you the feeling of security, and it's a secure asset to invest in, but No, it is completely the opposite of what it is supposed to be. Like, these are debts, and debts, you get paid interest on debt because you are taking the risk of it going bad. So yeah, so this is how they keep you misguided. So, and yeah, it's all a part of a game. Like, it's called a kind of a musical chair, and every time the music stops, someone goes bankrupt. And it's what you call, that's how the game is played. Like, they lend out money for free, then come back asking for the money at a high rate, so that they know that the person who has borrowed the money cannot pay, and then they use that thing, like, they this is called forced morality, that you have to pay your debt, and they use this kind of a narrative to take away your assets from you. I don't know whether I think I went haywire, but those who understood, good for you.
No, you did
I
good.
speak
You were
to
good, man.
only those high level brains who are able to understand. Yeah, and
Yeah. No,
I
the
think
stuff.
I saw. Sorry, I saw Archimedes. From Archimedes Martin. I think he's Archimedes on Twitter as well. So a shout out to him, fellow medical professional. Okay, he also a doctor, but actually he's a dentist. So,
Ah,
anyways, yeah. So
he's the
if you are
kind
the
of
same
doctor.
guy, please. Hi.
Yeah, he's the kind of
Yeah.
doctor you do not
Sorry.
want on an airplane. Like if somebody has an
Depends. Depends.
somebody has a heart attack. Is there a doctor on the plane? And the guy's like, I'm a dentist. And is there a real doctor on the plane? There's a dude here with a heart attack and not a
But,
cavity.
but it's still better than doctor of psychology or something, like
Oh yeah,
the,
yeah,
like
true.
where he goes like, but does the patient, is he actually having an heart attack, or is he feeling that is having an heart attack,
Yeah,
and whether his feelings are right? Crazy.
yeah. And by the way, how can you know that it is a he? Because he's unconscious here. And did you just assume his gender, dude? That might be like,
No,
yeah,
let's
if
not
it.
go there. Let's not go there. Oh shit.
Oh
Actually,
man.
yeah, that is the whole purpose of the this having a separate channel. We are able to test boundaries. We cannot do it on a bigger channel.
Yeah,
Anyways,
that's true.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, 100 episodes of pushing the envelope. That's awesome, man.
yeah.
Nice. Good stuff.
So yeah, sorry. I'm kind of excited about the 100th episode, so I may be talking over you guys from time to time. But pardon me in advance. But yeah, seeing the 100th episode, like, we wanted to give out uh, some advice to aspiring YouTubers, like, who are newly starting their channels about crypto. Like, first thing I would like, most common questions is what kind of setup I should get, like what mic and what camera should be, you guys, like, should be used. So my first question answer is like, those things comes later. First, work on your content. Like, first, make sure you are able to stream on a certain day or at a certain time regularly. Like, we went through a phase, like we found out a slot. Now we stream daily, every week, 9 9 p.m. India, Manila time, or 9 a.m. EST. So that kind of puts in, it's like kind of a Pavlovian training, like people wait for your show. I know certain people do. um, then camera, again, we don't, camera and mic, these things, like there is this excellent channel called the Uneducated Economist. I think he was there on the Discourse Syndicate as well. Or he had set up, we had set up an interview. So he just streams using his phone through, in sitting in his car. Like he doesn't use
And
any
guys, you can you can see D-Rush is streaming from a potato, so it doesn't take a lot to get going. Content is the king here.
There you go. Take notes.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was just
So
like I did stream on my phone outside of my yard. I was just burning shit, and I was like, well, this is boring without any friends over. And I've just hit go live, and I streamed for like half an hour. It was freaking fun. Like there were guys hopping in. We talked about all kinds of stuff. That's like probably not the best thing if you wanna be as like a serious hex sort of
Right.
type of thing. But I was like, I'll take it like towards like the rags to riches type of a thing where we can talk about anything, and that was pretty. I think I'm gonna do it again someday here soon.
Well, just burn some shit in a little while. It might motivate you.
Yeah, yeah, I got all kinds of stuff outside that
yeah.
I have to burn or get rid of. Actually, yeah, and streaming is a like just between us guys. Like it's either streaming or a fuck ton of yard work that we have to do. So I'm trying to stay inside now that it's boiling hot out there, and I'm done in a few hours. I'll go outside. The sun has set a bit. It's not so freaking hot, and I'll yeah.
Uh,
But this is just a way
and
to get the missus cut the lawn.
Is this the moment where your missus screams and says, "Have you done whatever you're meant to do outside yet?"
Yeah, yeah, and I'm like, no, I'm streaming. I'm streaming.
Later.
Sometimes I just come here and put the headphones on and switch on the light and sit down just as she opens the door, and I'm like, shh, and she closes it really carefully and leaves. And I'm like, oh my god, I almost had to go.
Your wife just takes out the phone and goes, "You're not streaming anywhere. You know?
Yeah.
You're not live."
Oh man, I didn't hit the go live. Get a tan,
but
Finbear. Look, Alan, getting a tan over here is like when I go outside now, I start crisping up immediately. We have no ozone layer here. Sun's up like 20 hours a day. It's pretty easy to get a tan now. I don't want to.
so, and the other thing was, no, getting to the point quickly does not really help. Like you need fillers, and you have to give some kind of bulk. Like you have to, there are time slots, like which are preferred, like, or durations of videos that are preferred by people. Some people like those 5-minute videos, or 3-second videos on TikTok, 5-minute videos. Then there are people who like 4-hour podcasts. So if you are going to are planning to do on a 4-hour or 5-hour podcast, then what's the point of being specific and to the point? You have to keep talking randomly, and yeah, just talking slowly
Yeah.
also helps.
Yeah, it gives you a few seconds to think about what you were
gives
actually
you,
saying. That's true.
I only learned that after 100 episodes, so thanks, D. That was good.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, yeah, you can take a half a minute joke and keep that thing going for like 4 minutes if you have to. If everybody else is really like trying to think of something to say.
Build up suspense as well. Anyways.
Oh yeah.
U.S. Treasury yields continue to make new highs that are taking markets back to 2018 territory, depending the market. So things are unraveling quite quickly.
Come again, please. Something. What did you say about treasuries? I missed it.
Interest rates are back at 2018 levels, depending the market.
Oh man.
Or above it, depending the market. Most are above it.
Oh Jesus! How quickly do you think this is gonna just fold together? It looks like everything's been set up perfect. Yeah, it's set up perfect. No, but I'm just thinking like the speed of compression for the markets. Like how fast is it gonna just?
It's happening now, bro.
Yeah, I've seen videos where you have these tankers for the trains, like these huge tanks that go on the train tracks, and I've seen what it looks like when there's a huge vacuum inside the container, and it looks everything looks fine. It just makes these crackling sounds for a while, but once the pressure goes low enough, it just everything just wanks, and then it's like this thick. And I'm thinking that we're pretty close to the moment where it's just gonna go, and we're gonna end up with the with a big pile of rubble.
We're gonna see we're gonna see prices change just as fast as the gas pumps at your gas station. You're gonna see those digital price tags at your supermarket change while you're wandering around in the store. That's what's gonna happen.
You know what's funny? I've been talking about this stuff since I started streaming. Like literally, this is exactly what I've been talking about. And I think the reason people couldn't process it is because it's foreign. Right? Like, how the hell is something gonna just change in one day? Well, because what you hold isn't worth anything. So that variability is the problem. And people don't understand that. But they're about to learn it now. Because what's happening? They get mad when they're looking at the chart because of the dollar value. Yes?
Yeah.
They don't understand that the dollar is a problem when that's happening. That's what's actually happening. Because it's like I've been trying to explain to people from day one. When the currency sucks, it does not matter what that thing is. Especially if that thing is crap. Because that thing is going to fail you. That's why Hex is so important. Because that thing is rock solid. It can't change. It is what it is. That's why gold is important. Because it is what it is. Right? This is why cash is important. Or at least it was. Because when asset prices go down, that one thing was supposed to keep you safe. But now it's not the case anymore. Now, the value of that cash is variable. And people just didn't understand how the fuck that was possible. But now they're seeing it because guess what? The world is rejecting the use of the dollar now. This is exactly why inflation domestically is being exacerbated to the point that the world just cannot escape it, period. Oh, there you go.
Yep.
That's the story. That's the story. That's not the reality.
That's quite a bit of dollars for letters.
And
for just one.
Yeah. You really must like lettuce, man. I would just leave it in the shop. Buy a hot dog.
I grow my own. I buy that one and grow my own and call it a damn investment. Write that shit off.
Yeah.
Capital investment.
Yeah.
$12.
I'm expanding my lettuce operation on my balcony.
Rolls Royce of lettuce.
Yeah. Well, I bought 15 apple trees this spring.
Herb.
There's a joke on the street where the police are cracking down on houses growing lettuce.
Jesus Christ. I had no idea.
It's a joke. It's
That's
not
a
real,
joke.
though. It's
I mean,
just,
at
it's
$12
just
a
funny as
head.
hell.
At $12 a head, that's a good, real joke.
Yeah, it is.
That's
yeah.
what I mean. Like, wow, I didn't know you guys were already experiencing the inflation that severely. But yeah, because I think the U.S. dollar versus the Aussie versus U.S. dollar like 2-1 almost, something like that.
Yeah, like this one. I love this one. It says the local drug dealers are growing lettuce as Crime Stoppers call them.
Yeah. Somebody needs to call Belly Hex quickly. There's money to be made.
Crazy, yo. Bitcoin 23,780 bucks.
But
Fuck out, man.
Yep. I don't
just
want
gonna-
y'all motherfuckers since last year, so enjoy.
Hell yeah.
look, I think I already posted it on Twitter. Like, I am expecting it to go down to the 19K range. There is a CME gap there.
Yeah.
So and
Isn't there
the
another one
trajectory
below that one? I think there might be another
I
one
don't
below that
know.
one, but I'm not sure. Never mind.
The previous one was filled earlier. This one was remaining kind of thing. Let's see.
Yeah, I think there might be another one, but I don't really remember.
But yeah, I think Richard gave a prediction of, like, he still holds the prediction of 11K BTC, but I don't agree. Like, mainly just because of the inflation rate, that 11K is now actually 15K.
Yeah,
So,
that's a good point.
Yeah,
then
but you don't know if everybody got the memo, so somebody still might be selling
Here's the other gap.
up to 15.
There's another gap at 18,020. There's another gap. So we're definitely gonna hit that. I'm looking at a composite chart.
Bitcoin's down like 25% in a week. Ethereum's down 33% in a week.
Ooh, I found another gap. And you're not. The price is below 10,000.
Where?
Oh,
Where?
shit.
9,190.
no.
The date. Let me give you the date. Oh, wait. Huh. Yeah. You know what?
So are we saying all gaps always get filled?
Yeah. Regardless of the time frame, they typically get filled, brother.
Oh, fucking hell, man.
Yeah.
Well, I don't
Max
own any
Payne.
Bitcoin.
I'm gonna
so
stop
that's fine.
finding gaps because I found another one, and I don't even want to tell y'all the price on this shit.
No, I think the 9K one was already filled. I don't think there is, but
I'll double check because I'm on a very expensive
yeah,
time frame.
yeah. So, anyways, we are not dealing. I do still have some dust amount of Bitcoin. Hopefully, after this, after like Pulse Chain launches, there is this project called Pulse LN that will allow me to bridge BTC from Lightning Network. So I'll first have to go on Lightning Network and from there to Pulse Chain. So hopefully that would be great for me. I will be able to liquidate some of the things, some of my Bitcoin or the remaining Bitcoin.
All right, I'm not even gonna call out the gaps. I'm sorry, guys. I'm just not gonna call them out. This shit's crazy.
Yeah.
I had never really looked, but yeah, there's another gap below 10,000 that on a daily chart has not been filled. So yeah,
Interesting.
Yeah,
Maybe
not all
maybe
gaps
Michael-
get filled. Like,
we'll see. Yeah, not all gaps get filled all the time. So
Maybe
But-
Michael
but
Saylor
the-
fills it.
but yeah, the thing is, Michael Saylor's leverage is the biggest difficulty
market.
there.
yeah,
Like, yeah, because see, if that 18K gap gets filled, that means price goes to 18K. MicroStrategy is going to get getting a big margin call, and I don't think they have any dry powder left to buy or fill up their margin call. So it is going to cause that what do you call it, cascading effect.
Yep.
It's
Yep.
just wait for the Q2 results to be declared. I would say a couple of more weeks. We might see a slight kind of what you call short squeeze right now, maybe in a couple of days before going down. But yeah, we are definitely going down to 18K and hopefully 15K bottom or 14. But that is another thing. Like Bitcoin has never really gone below its previous all-time highs. So people are saying that as well, but nobody knows where the nose goes.
It's a completely new market now, so it's going to be interesting to see how things shake out. Because typically, when institutional players are over leveraged, they just tap out. They don't hold on. They don't have any incentive to hold on. That's why these entities are designed to be, escape proof for those that run it, basically. Um, and man, I'm finding a ton of gaps. It's just crazy. So we'll see how this goes.
Stop looking for
Yeah,
gaps.
I need to stop. But I've never looked at the
Stop
Bitcoin
it.
chart before. I never had a reason to. So good luck.
Yeah. One interesting thing about Hex again, 233 stakes ended, 574 new stakes opened. So everything is working just as planned
There you go.
in Hexlandia
That's it,
or
baby.
Yeah, this is
Hexico.
the onboarding should be ramping up really nicely right about now because I mean the price. Just look at the price.
Yeah.
If you're not a staked Hexican, you shouldn't be complaining about anything because again, the purpose of Hex is to be staked, and the only
Yes.
people that are crying are not staked.
Staked.
And,
Correct.
and now, like, imagine $700 and something for a T-share. You need like $250 for a T-share if you stake it for 15 years. Unbelievable! Like that's like first year type of stuff.
Yeah.
Like you could really do a lot of damage, like with a few $1,000 when prices are this low. You could become a turtle for a bargain now,
Yep.
even a squid if you haven't like absolutely fucked your finances over with the debt. Something to think about.
Yeah.
They're coming for whales.
Um,
How much is a
Always.
speaking
T-shirt?
speaking of bargains,
Go ahead, D. What was it?
speaking of bargains, it reminded me of a story, and and because Papa B is not here, I'm going to make it more offensive by
Nice.
calling it a story, a story about a Jewish guy in India
Oh,
Oh
visiting
dear.
India. Yeah, I'm going to go
Don't be
there.
shy.
So
Go on.
yeah, so there is this a Jewish guy visiting India, and of course he's coming from the Dead Sea area, has hasn't really seen it, uh, like there is faced water shortage throughout his life, and he comes to India and he finds a coconut, a guy selling coconuts at a stall, and he's like amazed, like, oh my god, this is this fruit, it has water inside, it's really a miracle. So he asked the Indian guy how much for this thing, how much for a coconut? And that guy says like 50 rupees. Now, like a true Jewish uh, stingy guy, he says, no, I will not pay you full. I will not pay you full price. You give me it for 30 rupees. So I, the Indian guys goes, what sir? If I sell you for 50 rupees, what will I get from this? I give you a bet. I give you a better option. You go down this road straight, walk about 1 hour. There is another stall. You will be able to buy a coconut for 30 rupees. And the Jewish guy goes, yeah, I'll do that. Then he goes to the next shop, walks an hour or so, and the guy says, how many coconuts? How much for the coconut? He says 30 rupees. So he says, no, I won't pay you full price. Give it to me for 10 rupees. So he goes, sir, how can I sell you for 10 rupees? I will not earn anything. I tell you, you go down this road. There is the coconut farm. There there the farmer will sell you for 10 rupees. So he goes to the farmer and he says, how much for a coconut is? And the farmer says 10 rupees. The farmer says, uh, the Jewish guy says like, uh, 10 rupees. I will not pay you 10 rupees. Give it to me for free. The farmer says, if I give it to you for free, how can I make money? But I will give you one more suggestion. Like, there are the coconut trees. You can climb on the tree and pick a coconut, and you can take it away for free. So you can take it and go. After that, the Jewish guy becomes very happy, and then he starts climbing up the tree, and he slips and falls, and he breaks his arm, and then he has to be taken to the doctor. And luckily, we have government subsidized government subsidized medicine in India, so he is able to get his arm plastered, and it cost him 100 rupees. So moral of the story is, while searching for a discount, you may be having to pay for a big loss in the long term. So those who are looking out for hex price to fall, yeah, it may or it may not, because I see a lot of people calling for 1 cent hex. If it goes there, good for you, but personally I don't think so. I think we may be trading in this 4 cent range for a long time now. But while you are waiting for that offer, the t-share price is working against you, and it is jumping quite a bit. And we last couple of weeks ago, we already saw it jumped like 75, jumped by 75 hex or something. So moral of the story is, buy and stake hex now. That is the moral of the story. I hope I didn't.
That was a good one. Do you mind if I have a shorter one, faster one, also about Jewish people?
Yeah.
What does a Jewish pedophile say to the kids? Hey kids, wanna buy some candy?
I get it. Not do you want some? Do you want to buy some?
No free candy. No
No free candy. You got to pay. gas.
You have to pay.
Oh, shit.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay,
And
that was
for
cool.
the
Now
record,
that
yeah.
now that
See,
everybody is a social pariah, let's get back to Hex.
Namaste.
yeah.
It means, fuck you, I have anxiety.
Fuck you, I have anxiety.
Look,
Hey. Sorry, guys.
sorry. Yeah, no, the thing is, that is another thing. Like, namaste just means hello. There is, yeah, if you want to like break down the word, it will, you can like have a deeper meaning to it, but there is actually like those kind of meanings are like put up in retrospect just to sound intellectual, but namaste just means hello. So, uh, like I think the
Oh, Jesus Christ.
and no, what I was saying was I have traveled to Israel and I do have real Israeli Jewish friends and they are okay with joking. So you, if the people getting offended, you don't have the right to get offended for other people. Okay, so anyways,
We like our
Good
jokes
stuff.
funny around here, so whoever that's
Yeah.
playing can fuck off.
and
Well said.
oh wait, I think I triggered someone. Actually, I think we'll have a separate session on French people sometime later, right now, or maybe because like I don't even know where to start roasting French people about like I like should I start with the way they speak like
That'd be alright.
my parents always told me don't make fun of them. It's very cold in the area they live. They aren't able to move their tongue as effectively. So it's okay. They can speak however they. Oh, you shouldn't make fun of them. Then half of them are pseudo literate. That means they only speak French and say that they are literate because other people cannot verify that they are literate because other people cannot read or write French. So even if they make mistakes, nobody is going to verify. So yeah, that and maybe roast about talk about French cuisine. Like it's all of the French cuisine is like made of mistakes. Like some French guy like too lazy, forgot to what like stop fermenting the wine at the right time. It over fermented and then it became bubbly and yeah. So how? No, it's the French way. It is called champagne. Yeah, that's how they get champagne. Then that they forgot to curate the cheese. Then it got mold on it, and now it is blue cheese. Then they try to sell you this stuff at a very high price. Uh, I can go on and on. Let it be. I'll stop it here.
Oh,
Hey, did you hear when when Russians went to Ukraine on the border, the French were quick to surrender immediately. Can you guys
ooh.
can you check it out? I'm imitating Brandon from Rags to Riches.
Oh yeah, beautiful.
I couldn't find,
glasses.
like, I went through several gas stations and nobody sells those wicked glasses that he has, those like shades. So I had my son whip up, like he's a handy young fella, so he just fixed me up with some shades.
The Green Lantern shades.
Oh yeah.
Green Lantern shade.
Nice.
I'll put the camera on. Maybe this is better. Not much, but a bit better.
Machiavelli's got another one. What did a lazy yogi say to keep from going to school? Namaste. Dad, what?
Nah,
You get
I'm
that
gonna
thing?
stay
No?
home, Dad.
Nah, I must stay home, basically. Yeah.
Oh,
I must stay home, Dad.
Nah, I'm stay home. Yeah,
Talk about dad jokes, man.
that see, that's the problem. Americans don't speak proper English. I don't want to. I don't know why I'm in such a mood right now, but like
All right, dude.
American is the most made up language. Like American English is the most made up language in the world. Uh, like like they couldn't even like English itself is kind of weird, and they had to make it even more weird. Like American, like yeah, we spell color without a U. Like what did you gain by skipping that one letter? How much ink did you actually save by saving that one letter? Anyways, my suspicion is like it was all done at gunpoint. Like a guy wrote in a letter like made a spelling mistake, and then when the teacher asked, like failed him, his father came to the school with a gun and said, "Yo, this is the right way of spelling color, not with a U," and and the teacher had to accept it. Yeah, Markaveli, I wish we could all speak Sanskrit, but yeah, not all people are of equal intellect, so it's not possible. Yeah, just keep speaking English is what I say. It's okay.
Alan, stop trying to stir up shit. Dheeraj was pretty funny about the French. Stop doing that, man. Just take one for the team. Let's move on.
Oh, I like this one. My suspicion.
Yeah.
Suspicion.
Suspicion.
Interesting.
I didn't say suspicion, did I? I'll have to go back and say I said suspicion.
I thought I heard you say suspicion too. I don't know.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like you have
Come
this
on, Dheeraj.
now. Maybe I will go to Australian English as well. Like that is even worse.
Yeah, I don't know about their English. Like,
Yeah.
Like,
Some of it, I'm pretty sure is
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, no, but Pakistan is not made up India. It's a division of India. Just like I don't know. Wasn't.
Oh man, Alan is probably the best French guy there is. We're pretty lucky to have him.
Oh, hang on.
At least, like,
anyways,
take like all the funny French guys. I bet Alan is in the top 5 easy. I like the Australian accent. I was in Australia like 1999, 2000, something like that, for a couple of months. And yeah, I like it. It's easy for a foreigner to understand, and it's really dangerous because you start picking it up without noticing. So, like, if you're a foreigner in Australia, they'll teach that shit to you without you understanding. Be very careful. All of a sudden, you're not speaking English anymore. You're speaking Australian.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
Drinking
that's how they get you.
and drinking Foster's for beer. And was there anything left to cover?
Hold on.
Hmm. Yeah. Yes. There was one thing like I was attending a Twitter space and somebody had asked me about funding rate in Bitcoin and what is kind of indicating of. I think like whether you can actually make money on like the funding rate, is it like kind of interest, and
Mm,
whether we like I kind of explained to him it's not exactly like interest paid on your money, it's more of an incentive kind of thing to get you trading.
yeah.
Can you like Wales, can you just explain in brief what is funding rate?
Was what?
What is funding rate?
Oh, so okay.
Like
So basically, when you want to borrow something to sell it short, there is this thing called a borrow rate, funding rate, lease rate, all the same thing, just different terms for different markets. Because when you're borrowing something to sell it short, that means you're trying to make money from it going down, but you don't actually own it. So that means somebody has to be willing to borrow to lend it to you. So they have to be paid uh, for their inventory, right? And that cost to you, the borrower, is the leasing rate, the funding rate, and or the what they call that, the borrow rate. So there's the answer.
yeah, and I think we have covered most of the stuff.
Wales already noticed this, but a few minutes ago, Richard tweeted about Michael Saylor being pretty
Yeah,
much down,
put the
head,
tweet in
head
the
under
chat.
the water. Yeah,
This one was it?
yeah,
Yeah, down 90%.
Yep.
that is fucking wild, man.
Nature of the beast when the unit of account
Yeah,
is variable.
Are we
you,
gonna? Are we moving towards a world where hex is actually the unit of
Well,
account?
first move is going to be a world towards a commodity-based currency, right? Because Russia already started that by setting off their ruble to be the best currency in the fiat side of the ledger right now.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
we're already seeing that, really.
I think like we will move towards barter at some stage initially. After that we will move. And I heard about like from my friends, like one of he's a doctor in Mumbai, so one of his patient paid him in rice.
Wow.
Oh,
Like,
Wow.
like the patient was a farmer and very old,
Yeah.
came from far away, didn't have all the money, so he paid him with rice. But like it's not like he's a family doctor, so it's not just about like payment, it's like more of a
Sure,
gift
sure.
kind of thing.
yeah.
But
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
we
here's
are
the thing.
kind of going to see.
If it makes sense, it makes sense, right? Because in certain markets, that makes sense. At least I think it does.
Yeah, I'm sure he's not the first doctor who's been paid with a chicken or a bag of rice or something.
Yeah,
I would imagine that happens quite a lot.
yeah, yeah. But the other thing, but the funny thing is the chart Richard has shown, like down. I think kind of corresponds to when we last talked about MicroStrategy on stream. We were talking about how whales, how um, it doesn't have any competitive advantage in its market. Like it's basically a glorified Excel sheet. It's so
Pretty much.
yeah. Uh,
This Celsius debacle. Can we talk about that for a little bit? Because
Yeah, for sure. What do you want to know?
Let's do it because
I talked about this when I first came on the scene, and people, I guess, didn't understand because people don't realize when you don't control it and the code doesn't control it, that means somebody else does. And this is the end result.
Yeah. It's funny how they use the community as an excuse to take everybody.
For the good of the community was I'm blocked now, but I saw that yesterday, that tweet they sent out. Boy, that I put wrecked in all caps on top of that bad boy. Oof.
could this be considered a Ponzi, basically, Celsius?
Yeah, it is a Ponzi.
It is.
I told people that day one. It's a Ponzi. Yes. Because the only way you get paid is if somebody else puts money in that. Because they're literally taking people's money to pay you out. They say this shit in your face. It's right there on the website. So that just goes to show how fucking dumb everybody is. Talking about
So there needs to be a remaking of the Ponzi in the crypto sphere as a Mashinsky.
Well, here's the funny thing. The reason they call it HexaPonzi is because they want you to think it is, because it's not.
Yeah, we're missing all the parts where it becomes a Ponzi.
Or a Mashitsky.
Yeah.
Mashitsky works.
Nice. Get that hashtag trending.
The thing is, I spoke about Celsius like almost a year ago, like how I broke down its business model, and I was already hinting towards it. It was right before that the time Richard went on stream on that crypto banter show where Mashinsky was also.
Oh, right.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you remember we were doing this digging moats section.
Oh man,
Nobody listens. Nobody listens. Like, so if like constant, like people like, yeah, don't talk about it. Don't talk about it. Up to you. We are just here. This is not financial advice. We are just here to entertain.
We're just Asian guys shooting the shit. Right, Wales?
That is all.
Right, Crypto King? Just us Asians here. Yeah.
Just eating my dim sum. Never mind me drinking my tea.
Yeah. Even I have a son who doesn't eat fried rice. And once I already asked this on stream. Yeah, I was like, he's my son. He doesn't eat fried rice. If it was like, if you were in the situation, would you still have him? I've kept him. I think I'm gonna keep him around. But it's really difficult with the rice thing. Just won't eat it. I was like, well, life is gonna.
Crossroads. I don't know what to do quite yet.
Yeah,
but it's
life
okay
is
for
gonna
now.
teach him that rice is food, but it's just gonna take a long time. Yeah,
That's
yeah.
funny.
Dorsey is already like disown him. I like the guy. He's a good dude. Well, Since we're sharing, I thought like you guys need to get in on my like
Might as
personal
well, right?
sufferings as well.
Yeah.
Because bear markets are it's a perfect time to get to know everybody as a person because there's nothing like going
Nothing
up
else
anywhere.
going on.
Yeah,
Nothing else to do.
Yeah, you tell your boring story and we'll not
Nobody's buying
entertain
any
it.
Lambos or yachts right now.
Yeah, yeah.
Yo, middle class. That'll be a great time to play that clip if you can. The
All right,
Marion's
I
tweet.
will.
Oh, you got several. I send a video to middle class as well, but that was 8 minutes. I noticed after I sent it that is
Yeah,
way too long. But
it is not going to
it
play.
was about the crash of 29 and what the bankers did, what like the press was talking about as it occurred, and this we're going through the same motions again.
Yep.
This is
Except for this
this is
time, on the other side, what's going to emerge is multiple financial systems, not just a singular one.
oh yeah, and it's not gonna be controlled by those guys anymore.
Yep, because this is why they're getting into position for crypto now. They're letting everybody know. Literally, if I did a stream yesterday. If you didn't watch it, go watch it. It's like 35 minutes. It's probably the best shortest stream I've ever done because it shows you how the transition is happening in real time. Period. It's happening right now. The Great Reset is
Oh yeah,
happening right now. The
it is. It
financial one.
is. Yeah.
Yep.
And if you're not paying attention, it's all gonna be reset before you notice it even started.
Yep.
And you're like, why did nobody warn us? Like, what the fuck? Everybody's running already. I like the Pink Floyd song. Like, if you don't hear the gun go off, how do you know the race is on?
And I guess the whole point is, everybody says, "Oh, but the dollar's down. How are you?" In fact, I had one of my good friends hit me this morning, like, "Hey, I thought this was supposed to hedge against inflation or whatever." I'm like, "Well, how do you hedge against the actual problem? You can't. How? The only way to hedge against the actual problem is by getting a fixed asset. The problem isn't the dollar value of anything. The problem is the dollar." And that's what's hard for people to wrap their head around because that's another level removed from what you're used to thinking. Because how do you think that the thing you work for is a problem? It's tough for people to wrap their head around, but that's the case.
Right. They believe the artificial strengthening on the
Sure.
Dixie
Yeah.
is oh look, that means we're winning. No.
Right.
We're
Right.
winning the race to zero.
Correct. They don't understand what that means. You know what I mean? Because what that means is that right now, the wave of dollars is coming into this domesticated market because this whole time, those dollars were offshore. And this whole time, interest rates were going up, going up, going up, going up, going up, going up, going up until such a point that those dollars were just hurting people offshore, thus forcing that currency to flow back onshore, which is what we're seeing now. And this is exactly why the prices of day-to-day goods and services in the domestic economy is always going higher. But here's the problem. The whole world that's tied to the dollar is still suffering because of that. So unless their balance sheets are, I'm sorry, not their balance sheets, but their currencies, their foreign exchange rates, their foreign exchange rates are not able to detach themselves from the illusion of the strength of the dollar, then they will fall with the increase in the value of the dollar at this point in time, because that is a balance between S&P 500 hitting new lows, because that foreign exchange rates are a balance between deficits, if they exist, and the strength of your economy, right, and your balance sheet, really, as a nation. So when you take those three elements into account, that should give you a good picture of one country versus another, and in the same vein, one currency versus another. So when there's a mismatch, you know where that's going to go, right? Because that's the whole point. capital flows in that way, because it's like think about it like this. It's like a table, right? Where if the table is leaning in one angle, the water is going to flow that way because that's the way it's supposed to flow. And that's kind of the same thing with money. Money's going to flow to where it's supposed to, because that's the way the markets work. And this is what I've been, I guess, trying to explain, but poorly apparently, for the past year plus, right? You know, these interest rates increasing are exactly what's forcing people to think they have to go to cash. But they're not realizing that going to cash isn't going to help them, because the cash is the problem. Ding, 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 ding. This is why, even though they're going to cash, guess what? The value of those goods and services outside in the street are still increasing. They're not going down, right? You would expect the value to go down if people are increasing the purchasing power of their currency, which is what you are literally seeing in the chart. But that's not what you're seeing outside. Is that making sense? Because that's a function of the over financialization of the economy. That's why. Because you're seeing the physical value of that unit of account, the dollar. You look at it on the chart, it's going up. So by default, the things you pay for in that unit of account should be going down. Because it's the denominator. Things are priced in that. But what's happening is the opposite. Both are going up. And this is what's confusing to most people. How does that even happen? Doesn't even make sense. But it's because now everything is going in one direction. The capital is flowing in one direction, all of it. Interest rates are going up. People are exiting their positions because they don't understand that interest rates are going up. Or shall I say, they don't understand why. Because typically you would see interest rates go down during times of stress. But at this point, markets are so just realizing what's going on, like they're just understanding what's going on, or maybe getting to the understanding that something is going on. And because of that, markets react like this. This is the same thing that happened in 2008. Interest rates shot up first, and then they went down. In the same vein, currency went up, also went down. Same thing will happen this time, except this time, it's not going to be the same way on the way down. Because right now we're just going up, but we're going to go up for a long time. Because all that money all that currency that's been flowing offshore has to come back onshore. It has to. It has nowhere to go.
Pretty soon they're gonna tell us to go ahead and write a 0 on a $1 bill to make it a $10 bill.
Pretty much. It's gonna get crazy, folks. It's gonna get very crazy. So this is why you keep printing good assets and not focusing on the dollar of a piss poor unit of account. This was the whole point of us discussing the economy, how it's designed, how it's structured, who actually controls it, right? Like all that is important to understand.
They're coming for Wales. Hey, I think I've got that queued up already, so I will go ahead and play that one. Hang on. Here we go.
Time to mark.
I'm not. It's I mean, what the I want any one of you, anyone who got wrecked on Celsius, to say, sorry, I got wrecked on Celsius. Let's see if you have one guy, one person.
Right.
As thousands of hands are raised.
All right. Finbear, did you say you want a tea break?
But did you notice?
Yeah.
Did you?
If you want to come back, still, I'm fine either way.
Sorry, D, go ahead. Yeah.
No, while Mashinsky was saying it, his hand was raised.
Crisscross, right?
like who got erect on Celsius? Isn't it?
All right.
Do you want to take a small break?
Yeah, just 3 minutes. Let's go, and then we'll digest a whole lot, and then we'll come back again, shall we? Let's do that. Let's do that.
All right. See you guys in a...
Oh, here we go. This is going to be awesome. this one time, it crashed. And then this one time...
Okay. I need the price to go up. I can't take this anymore. Every day I am checking the price and it is dipping. Every day check the price. Bad price. I can't take this anymore, man. I have overnators by a lot. It is what it is, but I need the price to go up. But I need the price to go up. Can you do something? Please tell me.
crashed. And then it crashed. And then this one time, it crashed. And then this one time, and then it crashed.
And then everyone's sad as heck. What happened?
And then this one time, and then it crashed. And then it crashed. And then it crashed.
Okay. I need the price to go up. Like very soon. I can't take this anymore. I'm checking price and it is lower every hour. Check price, bad price. I can't take this anymore. I have over-invested by a lot. I need the price to go up already. Can they do something?
And it crashed. Don't buy Hex. It crashes.
Bye. Hope you had fun. Oh, my bags. My weak hands, let them free. Noob. You sold your future. Good job, dude.
Hey! Bro! You want to fight? Yeah? Yeah? Alright. Let's do it. Huh? It's not worth it. It's not worth it. No. It's really not.
I'm not.
Richard Hart here, in honor of my giant penis. I'm visiting the Penis Museum in Reykjavik, Iceland. And this here elephant, he's packing some heat, gotta tell you.
I don't like you. Goodbye. Time to mark.
I'm not. It's I mean, what the and go if you do it and this
that was a great discussion, guys. So Tonways and Richard Hart, thanks a lot for being with us. Thank you guys for watching, and put your comments below deciding who won today's crypto duel.
That was insane.
We're back.
That was awesome.
Can't believe that guy actually talks like that. That's crazy.
I think if memory serves me, I think they still awarded it the tone as saying tone.
Oh man, that was
or something like
too
that.
funny.
It's fucking hilarious.
Wow.
Oh. I wonder if Stone has already picked up that he has a bit of a mannerism there. That's something that you could probably work on.
Maybe
Like,
not.
just Tone, like put a rubber band, really tight one, around your wrist here, and every time you go, just pull it back like this and let it go. About a week or something, and you'll completely rid yourself of that stupid habit.
Oh man, what a trip. Can't believe people actually listen to that guy. That shit is wild.
And pay for his paid trading course.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That is really
wow.
Yeah. It's funny, like everybody thinks that trading is the only way that you can make money.
That's what's glamorized, and I think
Yeah.
that's the bigger issue.
Yeah, well, it's because our monetary system is so fucked up that just saving money like
It's
100
not
years
viable,
ago.
right?
Yeah, it's stupid. It makes no sense.
It doesn't. You're right about that, because I never understood why the hell anybody would save money for what. You can't save it fast enough.
Yeah. I was just talking to my
$20
son
a month
earlier.
or a paycheck or something.
Yeah, I was just talking to my son earlier. Like, our oldest kid is in her mid-20s already, and I was like, if she put 100 euros into the bank when she was my son's age, he's about 10, and she wanted to go shopping with that 100 euros. Now she already has lost like half of what she could have bought, because she's only made like $1 or €1 in interest, and that 100 euros has lost like half of its value during the 20 years. So it makes no sense to save it. And he was like, yeah, that's stupid, man. I was, yeah. So then he's quiet for a while, and then he's like, so you're buying Hex? I was like, yeah, that sounds more clever. This is cool. It's awesome if a 9-year-old gets it.
Yeah.
You're a good dad. That's the way it should be.
Yeah, that's the only thing that I've got Richard to reply on my messages is when I told him that my daughter, when she turned 10 last year, she got 20 euros from her grandma. She came to me and she was like, dude, I want you to get me Hex. I took the 20 euros off her like quickly because we were at a very high price. I was like, dude, I'll fix you up. I'll get you a staker app and everything. And I staked like 100 euros for her for like 15 years or something.
Nice.
She doesn't know we're in a downtrend. She's happy as a pig in shit. She's like, dude, I got Hex staked. Fuck you guys. I've already made a racehorse or something. She's really excited because she knows she's not like, we've made a deal. When she's grown up, she gets it. In her 20s, sometimes she's old enough to get it.
Whoa.
Awesome, man.
Papa pops in as I drop out. Yo, HexAsians, congratulations on 100 episodes. 100 more coming to you all. Thank you for joining our show. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Out.
All right.
See you, man.
Race well. See ya.
Peace.
Oh, thank God he's gone. I'm just kidding, of course. That's too bad. Hello.
Hello, Mr.
Hey, Finbear, I get to see your face and you can't see mine. That's too bad. But anyway, how you doing?
That's fair. I've seen your face plenty of times. You hardly ever see mine. So this is, I feel perfect. This
wonderful.
This is like the old school voice chat days.
Yeah, you're a lot more striped shirt than I would have thought you to be.
Yeah, this is like the only one that doesn't have like burnt holes in it, because I don't know if you know, I've been burning shit in my yard and there's a lot of sparks flying off, so everything is like prickled with small holes now.
Nice. Well, welcome to the 100th show. I couldn't miss that. I could miss most of it, but not all of it. So I hope you gentlemen have a lot to celebrate. You've made. I think I've been here all except for 2 episodes, and I'm very sorry for missing most of today.
No, it's all good. Everything going okay with you, Papa?
Oh yeah, great. I was subjected to the utmost of Americana today. I was forced to watch a movie with my wife that I really didn't want to see, but I saw it, and now I feel so pumped up and American that you can't believe it. I saw Tom Cruise in.
Did you watch Top Gun? I was about to ask. Oh my god,
it was ridiculous.
Did you?
Yeah.
Did you turn gay yet?
It was very homoerotic, definitely.
Yeah.
Yes.
The first one was like absolute freaking. That was like such a gay fest.
Well, this was like a Abercrombie and Fitch catalog, basically. This one. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah. It's like Titanic. I have no reason to ever see it. I'm pretty sure I know how it ends.
Yeah, you knew how it starts, you knew the middle, you knew the end, but there's a twist. So get ready for that.
Everybody's so hyped to watch that shit. I don't understand.
Dude, like Rotten Tomatoes, like 99% approval rating. Unbelievable.
You gotta fake that. Yeah, fuck out.
Yeah, that is weird. Like how can everybody be so amped up about Top Gun? Like a remake.
Well, they're amazed at how Tom Cruise, his hair can be jet black still after all these years.
That's computers, more than likely.
Well, at least
Alan wants to know if Alan wants to know if it was more homoerotic than the Bitcoin conference.
No, probably not.
It's a toss-up, man.
Probably not. Let's be honest. Probably not.
Dude, Bitcoin conference was so homoerotic. Everybody has monkeypox who was there.
Ooh, breaking news. Breaking news. Hold on. Breaking news. And I didn't hear you, so I need you to hold that thought so you can repeat it. Crypto.com CEO says they will lay off around 260 employees, about 5% of its staff, due to market conditions.
Yep.
That was fragile. That business plan was flawed.
Yep.
Yeah.
But
Now
they'll still give. Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah. Now that we can't like bloodlet you out of your money, we have no business here.
Yep.
So time to start sacking people.
Pretty much.
Yep.
Papa's still muted.
Oh yeah. No, I was just wondering if their celebrities get their payoff still.
Oh, for sure.
Don't know. Let's ask Matt Damon.
Matt Damon.
But do you guys know that this Top Gun movie came out right at the time when US is facing shortage of commercial air pilots? Definitely. Like
that's something
a shortage.
Of course, we need.
It's not a shortage when you give them the clot shot and they die. That's different. A shortage would be if you hadn't trained enough of them.
And they have already like changed the kind of training requirements for pilots. And anyways, US everybody knows that US puts out these kind of recruitment ads for their military industrial complex from time to time in Hollywood. So it's no surprise that it got 99% rating on Rotten Tomatoes. But yeah.
Right. So
the other thing is, isn't it funny regarding crypto.com? Like CEOs, if they reduce their salaries, they can probably hire more than 10% or more employees, but they won't take a haircut or reduce their bonuses. They will lay off workers.
Yep.
That's how the capitalist market works.
Yeah, that's how public companies work in the United States. I mean,
that's how they decided to work. That's not how it works. Shit can work completely different because Costco doesn't operate that way. Costco is one of the few organizations that it doesn't do that. In fact, the CEO was probably one of the lowest paid CEOs in the public sphere, and the employee base is probably some of the best compensated employee bases out there. But it's still a crappy company, right? Because you're still working, you're still a slave. So it's not like it's
it's beyond that too. The reason they can afford to do that and have that upward protection is because they screw all the suppliers. They lock them into these multi-year contracts, give them an ironclad return everything up to like 5 years. After 5 years, they have to take returns without question. So whenever you go to Costco and you say, you know what, this bottle of champagne tastes off. Well, it's empty, sir. Yeah, but it tasted off. Okay, great. Here's your money back. And they send that bill right back to the supplier.
Yeah,
5 years.
Wow. I just had an idea. This minced meat, I think it was bad. And then you have like a box there.
Yep.
Dude,
No problem. No questions asked.
Dude.
Yep.
Come on, it's not the minced meat for sure. I mean, it's going to be something else like electronic.
This is not minced meat. There's corn in here.
Oh, Jesus.
Far out aliens. Bell's Palsy Air Brigade.
Oh, yeah. We got a few people promoting their palsiness now.
Yeah, who's the guy with
Bieber.
Yeah, Justin Belieber.
Ballsy.
Yeah.
Trying to make that shit cool.
Sad for the young man, but still, that we're gonna see lots more of that.
You know why? Because we all reap what we sow.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
and we're assuming that's even real. We don't really know that.
We don't know if it's real. Yeah, he's just putting up a show.
Yeah, that's actually true. There's a lot of stuff that we don't know what is real. Yeah.
Correct. And I buy nothing from those people. I'll always say it's the opposite. I think they might be looking to try to find ways to normalize that instance in reality, because a lot of people are effed up because of that death jab.
Yeah,
so what better
we're gonna
way
see
to put a pretty boy on the cover of that crap, man?
Oh, that's true. Yeah, and make it fashionable.
That's right.
Hey, my kids got that same palsy.
Put the idols on it, and it's all good. They say.
Yeah,
because that's how people operate. Think about it. That's how people operate.
This is not just a regular stroke. It's the same stroke Tom Cruise had.
Did you?
He flew a fighter jet just fine upside down.
Good motherfucker.
I've not seen Top Gun. I'm not gonna probably watch it ever.
Well, without watching it, I challenge you to write the script right now, and you'll be very successful at doing so.
Oh, I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Go ahead. In 3 sentences, I want you to write the movie, and I'll bet you that you're...
Okay. Tom Cruise is the same pilot he was back in the day, but he's like a bigger shot now.
Okay.
Some shit happens where they have to flop him out of the formaldehyde and stick that freaking corpse into the plane.
Very good.
And he saves the world.
You got it. Perfect. And the credits roll.
I want a fucking job. If you guys if you work for Hollywood, if you know somebody who works for Hollywood, I can actually come up with a movie that hasn't been made before. I know people who still come up with original stories. We could make something. Imagine like a poster that only has the name and it doesn't have the number 2 or number 3 or number 11 next to it. Like if you're
it's always
crashing car.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. We don't greenlight anything but franchises nowadays.
That's the one of the biggest problems in the entire industry is that like all the producers are such pussies that they take no risks. Like imagine like dudes gave the Monty Python guys several million. I think it was freaking the guys from Led Zeppelin who financed the Life of Brian movie. Just out of pocket, like me, just make a funny movie. That shit doesn't happen ever anymore. Nobody just does stuff like that. It's always like a table full of Chinese guys thinking about what kind of a poster it is and how much money they're gonna make in China.
Well, don't forget they already had kind of the wheels greased by George Harrison, so that helped as well. He made the call.
Yeah.
but yeah, no, nobody greenlights anything original or risky or anything else. I mean,
George Harrison, yeah.
George Harrison was big in handmade films. He and Terry Gilliam, and damn, if you have never seen, I'm still gonna spread the word, man. If you've never seen the movie Brazil, you must 110% watch that shit.
That's Terry Gilliam's movie, right?
Terry Gilliam's masterpiece called Brazil with a Z. Yes.
Yeah, that's an old one. That's from like the late 90s, late 80s.
Right, 1985, but it still holds up, man. Still holds up.
Yeah. Gilliam has made some really good movies after the Monty Python stuff.
Oh yeah, but you know, people don't take a lot of chances with him anymore because he's comes in a little over budget and a little bit weird and outspoken about all sorts of weird things. And so anyway, his best work is probably behind him, but he's left, Time Bandits, Brazil, Baron Munchausen. Those are probably, I'd say, the top 3 works after Monty Python. Anyway, big fan. I just thought I'd add that.
Yeah, that's a good culture corner.
Network was working very well before Papa.
Hey, Markovelli, you can probably find those movies on Telegram for free. Like we have a movie night in Hexpiracy chat almost every week. There's always something funny going on. You can just click and watch it on your phone or whatever.
All right.
Yeah.
So what all did I miss in the last hour and a half of the show? What was going on with you guys? Can you summarize that in 3 sentences or less?
Well, Wales had a good thing about the mortgages not selling on the aftermarket, which means that like that part of the scheme is pretty much fucked. If there's nobody buying your debt, what's the value of your debt? It's pretty close to zero.
It's not even what's the value of the debt. What's the value of the underlying?
The collateral, yeah.
Yeah, that's the actual question. Because if nobody wants the paper, then that means nobody wants the actual physical asset, which is the whole point.
At that price, yeah.
So then the housing market is about to just simply implode. Awesome.
Could very well be the case, yep.
Isn't that where they were like depending on hiding all the inflation originally, and now it's kind of overflowing over the brim, and now if that implodes, we're going to be in for a lot of comedy.
Pretty much.
What else did you guys cover?
Let's just let D-Raj recap. D-Raj just said a shit.
Dude, I got stuff I need to do. I can't.
Oh, wait. D-Raj, please enlighten me with the shit Jew joke. Please go ahead.
It was a really long.
I do. It was Go back and listen to it at 2x speed. There are
just cut to the punchline because I want to gauge this. Being a Hebrew myself,
the punchline is.
Would love to hear about it. Go ahead.
So the punchline is that it was a stingy Jew, and there is no other punchline. That's it.
I see.
That was the joke. Was like, yeah, you should have had to have been there, Papa B. Yeah, that was one of those.
Well, I'm there. I'm there every day of my life. What can I say?
But to hear the joke, it was more of an experience rather than like a joke as such.
Okay. All right. Fine. All right. I'll remember that, D-Raj. I'll save up my Indian jokes for you later on.
Yeah.
Cool.
You can do actually, like a rap battle, between the Jew versus the Indian.
Yeah, cool.
The joke was about the Jew versus Indian, but that's why I said go back and listen to it.
Yeah. You can actually replace the word Jew with the word Swede to make it palatable for everybody. It didn't have much to do with. Yeah, it didn't much have to do with the Jewish part.
What else of quality? Did I miss anything of quality, or is that it?
Not a lot. Not a lot in terms of
judging by the amount of time it takes D-Rush to tell a joke, I must have missed like about an hour and a half just there alone, right?
Well,
Yeah,
we're at
that's the
140
whole
now.
point.
So yeah, there's about 20 minutes that you missed for the
20 minutes
and
net.
then, yeah.
Did it begin like curtain comes up? Hello, everyone. I would like to present to you the prologue of the joke, after which there will be an intermission, and
Followed
then we
by the
will begin.
punchline.
And then the punchline will be in Act 5.
Yeah, and then we were at Act 5 and we realized, oh, this is not the type where you have the punchline. This is more like a Russian type of a joke where it's just like a funny type of a
Dollar just hit 105.
What now?
What?
Dollar just hit 105.
Dollar just hit 105. What do you mean? Against what?
Dollar index, the dollar index.
Oh, the index. Shit. Oh, that's
Wow.
not good.
It's pretty annoying.
Nope. Not good at all. I mean, we must be close to Euro US dollar parity if we're not already there. I just haven't looked. Let's see. Let me see on my app.
Richard was active on Twitter.
Now's the time. Nope. Still 4 cents away from parity, but we're on our way there.
You saved my life with the dollar yen statement 2 shows ago. Well, thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Oh, so you did some actual real life moves with that knowledge.
Oh, 100%, man.
Oh, that's
100%.
freaking awesome, man. That's awesome.
Yeah, well, he saved my bacon. That's for it. Now it says a lot for a Jew to say this, but he definitely saved my bacon.
Oh shit! Now that's a clip right there. That was funny.
Classic.
Oh, Jesus. All right. I think we should call it. It's an hour and 42, and then we'll take the rest in the
This
green.
sounds respectable for the 100th episode.
Yep, sounds good. Sorry, what did you want to say, D?
Do you want to go for 2 hours, D?
Oh, no.
No,
No, my microphone is malfunctioning. Please, outro.
No, the internet gods are not holding well with my internet.
I thought 100 minutes would have been the right time to end the show. No.
Yeah.
Oh, we
Yeah.
just
No,
went,
just
we
last
already went like 2 minutes.
I
over.
wanted to shill another stream.
Be right back, guys.
No,
Yep.
no.
No?
You better be shilling
yeah,
Hex Foodies, man.
Yeah. I was live there last week. I won't be able to join, but yeah, you get a lot. They are going to be attending. I think the host Eco Builder, he is attending a seminar with Paul Wheaton. He's a big kind of a celebrity in permaculture. So you can listen to him, learn about farming and gardening, and if nothing else, at least learn about gardening, and let that be at least a reason you buy a pitchfork, because you may be needing it soon. So yeah, thank you. That's it from my end. See you next week.
Sounds like a plan. All right. We'll be back again next week and hopefully regular programming. But other than that, thank you, chat, for hanging out with us. All 37. I saw 40 something odd earlier today, so that's great.
Yes. Thank you and congratulations, HexAsians. 100 episodes.
Thanking you, Finbear. And with that, we will be out.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
What?
Mary.
That didn't come early. Oh, what the All right. Time to go.
Sweet.
Get out of here. See y'all.
I badana se palo mata churi mala diye mobile body bhanga diye badam mobile body dulo pasi te kadam tat saman pura badam